Hi everybody, this is Anna with Adventures with Anna. Welcome back to my craft room. Fuzzy's here too. Fuzzy has been quit your flipping. Sit down. Sit down. Fuzzy has been helping me here in the craft room this evening. I have been busy doing some things that needed to be done for summer. I guess you might say spring cleaning. I still have quite a bit to do because my shelves need to be straightened up, obviously. They look horrible. For real. See? That is terrible. That is terrible. But anyway, I will get to that another day. But I wanted to welcome you guys back to Yarn Talk. If you follow me on Instagram, you have seen what I have accomplished this past weekend. If you haven't, you're in for a surprise. But anyway, speaking of Instagram, if you want to follow me, the link to my Instagram is in the description box below. Click on that and go follow me on Instagram. Also in the description box below is a link to my webpage where I have quite a few of my crochet and Tunisian crochet items. I don't think there's anything knit on there right now. There is a loom knit, but most of it is crochet and Tunisian crochet that you guys, if you follow me over the last year or two, however long I've been doing this, you've seen almost all of these items at least once. But these items are also for sale in my stick and brick store, but I've also decided to put them online because that gives me a wider audience for people to buy them. So anyway, go check that out as well. And let's hop into Yarn Talk. First off, new acquisition. Oh, Fuzzy. This right here. I just got back from the store not too long ago. And I bought another yarn tote. Now, unfortunately, there's still a little room in this yarn tote. Hopefully that doesn't change to where there is no room. Hopefully I am able to start consolidating down and using a lot more yarn. Because quite frankly, I have 3 of these now. 3 of these large totes. This is 121 quarts. That's huge. But anyway, what is in this tub that I got tonight is that yarn haul that I got from my sister, which I got that last week. I will try to put a link up. I think it'll be over here in the video so that you can go back and watch that if you'd like and see what kind of yarns that I got. A lot of vintage yarns and a lot of yarns that I got were made in the USA. Pretty trippy cool if you ask me. But since I did that, then I was able to... Oh, and wait, I do have one other item that is new. I didn't put these in a tote because these are in a zippered bag and I'm not too worried about this right now. But that was part of the yarn haul. Another item I got was this tote right here. Now this was free. I do not know what size this is because, like I said, it was free. And in it, I have my rug yarn. All that rug yarn I got in that yarn haul from my sister. Now I do still have a few skeins of rug yarn somewhere in these other totes that I had already. I will be finding those and putting them in here. But this tote is going to be for my rug yarn. Where did this tote come from? Well, hubby has been going to storage unit auctions or sales. When people don't pay their storage unit bill, they go so long and then they put it in the paper that they're going to auction off storage units. And you can go and bid on it, kind of like Storage Wars. If you guys watch Storage Wars, I used to watch Storage Wars all the time, but I don't watch that anymore, honestly. But anyway, that's kind of what he did. He went and bought a storage unit. He was actually the only one that showed up to this storage unit auction. We have already sold quite a bit of the items that he got from the storage unit. I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, which I think is really cool. I told him I was keeping that. We still have a few other items that were kind of up and down. We don't know what we're going to sell or keep. But the other thing is, this smaller one that just had a bunch of random odds and ends and whatnot, to my knowledge, unless there is some random skeins or balls mixed in with my other yarn, not the new yarn, but my other totes, this should be all of my cotton yarn. And quite frankly, it is pretty full, you guys. I'm impressed. I like that. So I now have a tote just for my cotton yarn and a tote right here just for my rug yarn. The rest of it is hodgepodge, mostly all acrylic, teeny tiny bit of wool. That would be my ice yarns, which it is a mixed. Oh, it's all right, Fuzzy. I'm sorry. Oh, the ice yarn that I have, which is in this one down below my. Anyway, it is a mix. It's not a straight wool. It is a blended yarn. Anyway, the only other acquisition that I have is I got a card tonight when I went to get my yarn tote so that I could fill another square on the April Yarn Bingo game. I am going to mail this to a Yarny friend. So if you're the Yarny friend that contacted me, be watching for this orange envelope in the mail. I am super excited. Thank you for contacting me and swapping information. I think that's everything. Now that you know what all is new, I'm going to show you what I accomplished this weekend. And both of these were for bingo squares, by the way. I made 2. Fuzzy, can you please sit down? Sit down. I'm going to make you go sit in the window. Sit down. Okay. I made 2 coasters, but actually the bingo square only said make a drink coaster in your favorite color. Well, the technicality to this is, since I don't really care for solid colors, any variegated color technically is my favorite color, right? As you know, rainbow is my ultimate favorite color, but I feel that variegated is part of the rainbow spectrum, so that works. I need to weave in my ends. I have not totally finished it. I still have ends. But these are Tunisian in the round coasters. And this is the azalea. It's a sugar and cream, Lily sugar and cream, azalea I believe is the name. And the blue, I don't know what it is. It's just a random blue ball of cotton that I had. But the middle started out with just the Tunisian simple stitch. And then I went into the Tunisian knit stitch. And then I don't know what it's called, but I did the Tunisian knit stitch to get this flat border around the edge. Fuzzy just fell off my lap, guys. Oh, Fuzzy. Seriously? Yeah, that hurt, didn't it? But let's release. Don't hurt Mommy, please. Ouch. Sit down. That's why you need to sit still. Whew, that was scary. Anyway, I did the Tunisian stitch. If you're familiar with Tunisian, you work in the vertical bars. Well, I went through the back vertical bar, which you can see it looks a little different here. But that's how I got that little ridge, which just works really good. Not that you really need coasters with styrofoam cups. That's normally what we use. But this works really good with our 44-ounce styrofoam cups. Then I made a second one thinking, well, what if I do it all knit instead of a hodgepodge mix? Now, both of these coasters, like I said, I don't have my ends done, are technically the same number of rows, but Tunisian knit stitch is a shorter stitch than the Tunisian simple stitch, so this one's actually a little smaller. It'll fit inside the other one. But this one is completely done with Tunisian knit stitch in the round. I started with the blue in the center, and then I finished off with the azalea around in the middle, and then finished off with the blue around the outside edge like I did this one. So I have 2 Tunisian crochet coasters to fill my coaster square on my bingo card. The other thing, which I am really proud of, which I'm thinking about maybe trying to write out the pattern. I kind of scribbled the pattern down. I understand my scribbles, but I don't know if everybody else would understand my scribbles. But anyway, one of the squares on the Yarn Bingo is to create something unicorn themed. I created this Tunisian crochet, and I did the cross stitch, kind of like the French poodle pillow that I did. I did the cross stitch on the outside. I did not want to sew in my ends for my rainbow top because this is all one piece, and then I crocheted it together. So I just left my ends and tied them together. Clever, right? The only thing I'm going to change on this, which the Velcro is adhesive Velcro, and it is just temporary because it's obviously not going to stay, and see, it's already coming up right there. This was just to hold the flap down temporarily so that I could take a picture of it. But what I did was, and I don't know what color this is. This is that Red Heart Sea Green or something like that, which I think it looks more like a turquoise blue. I'm thinking the yarn had the wrong label on it, possibly. But anyway, the rest of these yarns I can't really say for sure because they are just scrap yarns. I know the yellow is a Red Heart. And the border that I did here, I crocheted this together and then crocheted across the top to help the top lay flat, and then I crocheted down. This is that Red Heart, and I think it's Candy. It's the one that I did the top of my, oh, it's buried. Never mind. The top of my Magic Stash shroom that was all Tunisian crochet that I did earlier this year. I'll put a link to that one up here, over there, I don't know. But I'll put a link to that video that I showed you that in, if I remember. But anyway, like I said, it's just a cute little pouch. And one thing that I am really excited about, on the poodle, since it was going to be made into a pillow, I wasn't really worried about my stitching showing on the back side. However, I decided with this one that I was going to do my very best not to have any stitching showing on the back side. Let me get this turned wrong side out the best I can without the Velcro sticking to anything. I have very little. It's not a whole lot, which I am very happy with that. I would like it to be 0, but that is, in my opinion, really good. There's really not a whole lot there that anything that would be put into this pouch could snag on and pull stitches and whatnot. And what I'm going to do to replace the Velcro, next time we go out of town so they can go to Joann's or something, I'm going to try and find some big snaps that I can replace the Velcro with and sew them on. But anyway, this completed my unicorn square on Yarn Bingo. I really like it. I really like it. I don't know if I'm going to, once I get the snaps on there, put it up for sale, or if I'm going to keep it for myself. I'll probably try and sell it because I know there's other people out there that like unicorns besides me. So anyway, oh, I'm sorry, Fuzz Fuzz. That's my finished objects for the weekend, and I only have one work in progress that I've been carrying back and forth. Hopefully I get the right magic bag. I think it's in this bag. Yeah, that, or it's in this bag. Which bag should we choose, right or left? Left? Okay. I'm going to check and make sure this wasn't the one. Oops, sorry. This is the wrong one. What's in this one? Just curious. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you that too. Forgot that I started that. Fuzzy, you either need to sit down or get down. You either need to sit down or get down. You take your pick. Sit down. She keeps going half up and half down. I'm afraid she's going to hurt me again. But anyway. Oh, here we go. And speaking, the unicorn bag that I made, this right here, there is no pattern for this. This is all my own creation. The only pattern that I used is, this is just a pattern that I had off the internet. I just found it on Google. I Googled unicorn cross stitch. This came up. I printed it off, and that's what I used. So I don't know. It might be copyrighted, but I will tell you right now that my stitching is off. So my stitch is a little bit different than what this is. Anyway, oh, here's my Yarn Bingo that I have finished. So my 2 squares, my coaster square, my unicorn square is filled. I am working on the one right up here, create a doll, which I'm hoping this will work. I'm sure it will, because Llama Mama Kayla is really nice and considerate and very lenient. But anyway, I am working on Commando Kitty. And you guys have been hearing about Commando Kitty a little bit. But I have now, I think I did these last week. Commando Kitty's ears are done. Commando Kitty's tail is done. How cute. And Commando Kitty is in progress, actually. We'll bring Commando Kitty out. Here is the top of Commando Kitty's head. And I am working on, I'm getting close to being where I start decreasing to make the top of the head. But this is the Red Heart Super Saver Camouflage. You can see that this was hubby's idea to make a Commando Kitty. So I'm excited. And this time, instead of, due to the other project in the other blue bag, instead of using the stitch marker on every row like I have done in the past, not that it was a new concept, I'm going to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Not that it was a new concept, but I've known about using another piece of yarn as your row marker when you're doing things in the round. This makes it so much easier. I'm using a contrasting color. This marker here is marking the beginning of my just single crocheting around and not increasing, so that I know how many rows I've done without having to count everything. But anyway, that is Commando Kitty. Commando Kitty is a work in progress. I am hoping to finish Commando Kitty before this weekend. No, today was a pretty busy day, so if it stays like this. Of course, it was nice today. We've had a couple, instead of getting all that snow over the weekend like a lot of places did, we were down in the 50s, and 50s during the day and 30s during the night. We had 2 or 3 days of that. Today it was 70 degrees. Hallelujah. I've got the windows open upstairs, and no t-shirt, no sweatshirt, no nothing, no hat. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, guys. And the other pattern, I showed you this last week, which when Commando Kitty is done, I'm going to start back working on this. But this is that free, actually it's not free, it's a paid for pattern on Ravelry. But this is the pattern that Random Randy from Random Randy's Ramblings gifted to me for being the winner of her, I think, 500 members on her my tongue's tied, on her Facebook group. Whew, finally. Are you going to get down or are you going to hurt me? My bag's in your way. But anyway, this is a Tunisian Crochet in the round, and I chose to do it in these pastel colors. And this is not a stocking hat. I am to the point now where I am starting to make the brim of the hat. Let me get my paper out. Fuzzy is in my way. But let's see. Oh, I got it folded over. There we go. It's a Sensible Hat Crow Hook, and it's a Tunisian knit stitch cloak. So I'm at the point right about here where it's attaching together. So I'm looking forward to finishing that up. It's going to be a little warm because I'm using acrylic yarn. Once I get it done, maybe one of these days I'll make another one with cotton yarn so that it could be worn in the summertime. Not that I'm a hat person, except in the wintertime to keep my head warm. But anyway, I thought it was cool. Hubby thinks it's cool. He's kind of looking forward to me getting it finished as well. So let me stick this back in here. I don't know why I need a 3-page or 3-sheet thing for a pattern that's stapled together. That's just the way it was. It used to be our menus at the castle, but we got different menu holders, so we stay stapled together. But anyway, that's the other project that I'm working on that will probably be my work in progress again after I finish Commando Kitty. That's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me on my adventure. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing so that you're not left behind on any future adventures that I may have. I will see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching.